Hey lovers, this is PDH with Love on Tour, and our love is on tour at the Delano Hotel and Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let me tell you why this is one of the sexiest suites I've ever reviewed. Let's do it. So what's up, everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. So this is a review of the Penthouse Panoramic Suite at the Delano Hotel and Resort, which is the adjacent hotel to the Mandalay Bay. I'm pretty sure the Mandalay Bay owns the Delano, or it's a part of their resort family. But it is literally attached to the Mandalay Bay Resort. Now, as most of you know, I have really fallen back in love with the Mandalay Bay. I used to love it. I used to go there all the time back when Mike Tyson was there and Don King, and the fights were big in Las Vegas. So Mandalay Bay was one of the best hotels on the Strip back then. And then I fell in love with Aria, but Aria is quite pricey. And for the value and for your money, I think the Mandalay Bay is a phenomenal, fantastic hotel. So one of the things that I love about this suite is, first of all, its size. The Panoramic Penthouse Suite is over 1,500 square feet. That's right, 1500, over 1,500 square feet. And it was set up very nicely. It's separated in a way that you have your living space on one side, and then you actually have your sleeping quarters on the other side. So it felt like, really like an apartment. Now, the bedroom space was large with a king-size bed. It also had a big, huge television that actually swings all the way around so that you can see it on the couch that you're sitting on, or also in the bed, which is great. But what makes this suite special are a few things. The first thing is the floor-to-ceiling windows. That is obviously what makes it panoramic. And everywhere you look, the corner of the rooms are all windows, from the living room all the way through the bedroom, which is amazing. Now, as we walk through the space together, you'll see the foyer there in the beginning. A large space, a lot of wasted space, but it does have one of my favorite elements, as you know, which is that guest bathroom at the top of the room, which means that if you need to use the bathroom and your wife or husband is in the other bathroom taking a shower, you have not only another room to go to, but you have a private room way away from each other where you can go and handle your business. I love that. And then as you walk in, there's a little seating area that is just a complete waste of space, in my opinion. They could have put like a dining room table there or something functional, but just having a random chair there, I'm not sure what the purpose was. But as you get into the bedroom area, it's cool because you have a desk area, and then you have a full sitting area where you can kind of sit and relax, read a book or what have you. And then around the corner from that, you actually have the bed. Now, again, the television is set up so that you can see it from the couch or from the bed. It took a minute to swing it around, but once you get it swung around to the bedside, it actually looks pretty cool. Now, one of many of the quirks of this room is the closet area. Now, there are two closets there with just a little bit of drawer space. There's literally two drawers and a suite this size, which I thought is just crazy. And then the way that the closet rails run towards you rather than across was, I don't think I've ever seen that in a hotel room before either. But other than that, there is enough, I think real space to hang up your things and put away your clothes, but definitely not enough for a family or more than 2 people to have enough space to put your clothes away. In the bathroom, it is what you would expect from a 5-star hotel, where you have a water closet with a toilet and a bidet, a deep soaking tub. Now, I would have loved for this to be a actual jacuzzi tub, but it wasn't. But it is one of the deepest tubs I've ever seen. So definitely a nice soaking tub. And then the shower is a steam shower. So it's a large shower with a sitting area, and then you can actually turn on the steam there. Double vanities, and then that weird, quirky little TV in the mirror that I think is just about useless. Let me know in the comments what you do in that with that mirror TV. But now, for some people, I think that it's a cool thing to have it. For me, I really think it's a waste of technology. Now, as we go into the living room space, again, you've got a large sitting area. You've got bars here, bar stools, and then you have a large table that can be used as a desk with a nice bench here. And then also you've got a nice 50-inch television that's set up with a media center. And then you have also a nice bar area where you can actually set up drinks or have dinner. Now, it does have a mini bar, but unlike the Mandalay Bay suites, it does not have a refrigerator, which was a bummer. To have all that bar space and not have a refrigerator was, I think an oversight. It does have a nice Keurig. We bring our own Keurig cups, our K-cups, so you don't have to pay the ridiculous prices for a cup with coffee in it and some creamer. Just bring your own. That's a great tip to remember in this suite, particularly in the Mandalay Bay suites. Bring your own K-cups for coffee in the morning. Now, the other thing that was weird about this suite is that, it's cool and it's weird. Now, above at the top of where the ceiling is, it's got some really cool artwork and some cool designs and enclaves there in moldings, but it also has speakers. So when you turn on the television, it's got not quite surround sound, but the sound comes from the speakers in the ceiling, which was different. I don't think I've experienced that before in most of the suites that I've been in, but it was kind of a cool thing to have some nice sound to watch the game or watch a movie. Now, it did get weird when you tried to plug up your Amazon stick or your Roku stick. I could not find a way to actually hear the sound coming from the Roku stick or the Amazon stick through the speakers. It literally just didn't play any sound at all. So we actually had to plug up, attach our Bluetooth speaker to the Amazon stick and listen to sound that way. So just make a note of that if you do watch the Amazon stick or what have you, when you're in your room, that it does not play in this particular room. Now, there was this funky little panel that had input selections and TV selections on it that looked like it had some control over that aspect of the sound system, but I couldn't figure it out. Now, when I first got to this suite, I started thinking, wow, this is a cool suite. It's a nice use of space. There is a lot of floor space that seems to just kind of be wasted around corners. So it's large, but not all of it is living space. But when nighttime came and you saw the lights of the city, that's when you really got a feel for how sexy this room is. And then, you know, you turn on, even though you couldn't do your own sound through the speakers, you turn on one of the music stations through the television, and it played through the ceiling speakers, and all the windows were open. Yeah, that became a different thing. If you are traveling with your wife or your husband and you're looking for a sexy suite, someplace that kind of exudes romance, this might be the place for you. Behind the bed is this nice cushioned fabric backdrop that, I don't know, it was just weird the way it just kind of transformed. Once the lights went off, it became a very, very sexy space. So again, there are some quirks in the room in terms of the wasted floor space, the crazy closet configuration. The TVs are really slow. I don't know what it is, but if you hit the power button on the television, you're waiting 10 to 15 seconds for it actually to boot up and for the channels to change. So the system is cool in terms of what they tried to do with it, but it is slow. But other than that, the hotel had a very elegant feel. There were some cool seating places as you walk into the pathway to the Mandalay Bay. Most of the restaurants were closed while we were here, but you got the feeling that they had some nice upscale restaurants. The check-in was easy. And then as you walk into the pathway to the Mandalay Bay, it kind of lands you right near the Michael Jackson Theater, which is, man, one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's too bad that they're dark, but it is a phenomenal show if you haven't seen it. And then you have access to all of the Mandalay Bay restaurants, the House of Blues, the Burger Bar upstairs, the Catalina restaurant upstairs, the pizza joint, all of those things. And then even though Delano has its own spaces, the Mandalay Bay really does extend what you're able to experience while you're here. So this was my first time at the Delano Hotel and Resort, and I have to tell you, it's a very nice space. It reminds me a little bit of Vdara, which is adjacent to Aria. The difference is at Vdara, you have a full kitchen, like you have
microwave, you have a full-size refrigerator, you have a stove even. So it really is a living space. Where the Delano didn't have those things, but it just gave me that feel that it's set up for you to be comfortable for a while. The Delano is an all-suite hotel, so even the smaller rooms are set up to be suites. But this panoramic penthouse suite was definitely worth the money. Now, we paid just $140 a night for a 1,500 square foot, 5-star suite. I don't know how you beat that. And so for the money, you just can't say enough good things about the resort. So if you're looking for a sexy getaway in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Delano Penthouse Panoramic Suite may just be what you're looking for. That's it for this episode of Love on Tour. This is PDH, Love Will Travel, and it's love above all. We'll catch you next time. Peace.